Jesus feeds the multitude, and this story appears in all four Gospels, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. There are a couple things in John's Gospel that is different than the other three. First, we see that Jesus initiates the conversation of the issue at hand, which is how to feed all the hungry as Passover approached. He asked Philip, where can they buy enough food for them to eat? One thing that is happening here is this is a test to see if Philip, after being with Jesus all this time, had grown to understand Jesus' mission. And of course, Philip has absolutely no idea how to handle this situation. I think what we see here is how he still has things to learn about Jesus. Secondly, in John we hear there is a great deal of grass in the place so that the men could recline on it. So what we see here in John's community is they would have more than likely related this to Psalm 23, where with the Lord as our shepherd, we shall not want, and in green pastures he maketh me lie down. This story prefigures the Eucharist. It is a clear miracle that happens through the words and the actions of Jesus. I am also sure it must have caused a strong reaction from the people. The problem is, it was a wrong reaction, as they only recognized him as a prophet and one who would serve as an earthly king. This Jesus must withdraw from them. There is much for us to meditate on this story, but I think what we really need to see at the center of this story is that the bread that Jesus offers here is symbolic of the bread he offers in himself. It says that people had their fill and were satisfied. As we partake in Holy Eucharist at the bread of life, we also shall be filled. There is nothing else that we shall need. I know that right now you are unable to partake in this bread of life, found in this body and blood broken for us to share. As we continue through this pandemic, we can begin to see an end to the churches being closed, and soon we will all once again be able to come forward and receive his most precious body and blood. But until then, we will have to ask Jesus for the strength to persevere and allow him to nourish us in his word so we can go forth and we can proclaim the good news.